3 standing by.
Red 6 standing by.
Red 9 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Red 11 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
What's up, and welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, podcast digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is our 4th episode, being recorded on May 25th, 2017, which also is the 40th anniversary of Star Wars hitting the theaters 40 years ago today in 1977. And today also marks 203 days till we wait in line for The Last Jedi Episode 8. And before we get into it, guys, I do want to take this time to officially announce on our podcast that we are now a part of the RLU, the Raw, Live, and Unedited Podcasting Network, which is another outlet for everyone to hear this Star Wars-eccentric show. We are very proud and honored to be a part of that team. They've got some great content on there. You can spend your whole week just listening to, anything from video game talk to toy talk, anything that's going on in pop culture week, the Marvel universe, the DC universe, other things, their weekly show they have there is awesome. They have a What's Worth Watching, which they try to, kind of tell you what's going on and convince you to watch this or, give your own personal thoughts and everything. They're a great bunch of guys over there. I can't be more pleased, and I think we can't be more pleased than to be a part of that. And for them to reach their hand out to us and add us to their roster is very humbling, very honored. We're very proud to be a part of that again. I do want to thank, Cheney 180, the Fallen Fett, Rich and Adrian, everybody that's over there on their RLU for actually, giving us a listen and saying, you know what, we want you guys to be a part of our network, man. So we're gratefully, appreciative of it, and I think great things are going to come from it. So cool. And with that being said, I'm your host, Darth Moocher, and I'm joined here with the Fallen Fett yet again. But we have our entire crew here. So Ernie, go ahead and tell us who's here, man.
Yes, we do. Hey, guys, what's up? It's the Fallen Fett, and joining us in line today, we got a full cast. The full Sarlacc Digest is here in line with us today on this very special day. This is our 4th episode, and today is the day that Episode 4 dropped. And at that time, it wasn't even Episode 4. It was just Star Wars, which was great, but it's so fitting. Definitely in line with us today, we got the one and only Darth Dad 77.
Woohoo!
Yay, Nate. The crowd goes wild. We got Bootleg Joe.
Hi.
We have the Force Ghost himself, the one and only Jedi Ghost John.
Yes, I am here. Thank you.
And of course, as always, we got Fanboy Mike.
Wicked. Your whole crew is whack. What's up? What's up?
That's our line for today, guys. So thanks for hopping in line with us today. And let's get straight into this. We got so much to talk about, so much to go over. We got photos that dropped of so many different things. You know what I want to get into first is the first photo dropped by TMZ of that dude who's not Harrison Ford. Can we get into that? I mean, that's our first photo we got. Moocher, what do we got?
Yes, Alden Ehrenreich, our first picture or our first glimpse of him playing or him in the getup. TMZ leaked the photo of him playing
What's his name? Alden looks nothing like Han Solo.
That guy. That's
looks
him.
nothing like him.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He had plastic surgery.
Yeah, first off, I mean, I want to say is the photo that I saw, first off, the first thing I noticed is he's too short. He's way too short in those photos. And you're right, he looks nothing like it. But again, I want to stress that it is TMZ, and they are known for, having non-flattering photos out there. Well, they don't take the best ones, and they want to start controversy, and that's the good way to do it.
They got us talking about it.
TMZ, if you want to talk, you can go ahead and give us a call.
Yeah, I mean, tell us
where to reach us at.
To me, TMZ's gospel truth.
Gospel truth. Catch me outside. How about that?
It's gospel truth, dude. TMZ.
You're right, Bootleg Joe. Sometimes it is. And this is our first picture that we get. But, I mean, we got to get straight into this. So we got him in the getup, in the suit. Yeah. But then also we get a shot of him in some type of speeder.
Yeah.
What was your guys' thoughts on that?
Go ahead.
Let's hit it all. Well, first a look. I can get over it so far because I haven't heard a word out of his mouth, right? So me being one that we all do, I love all these kind of movies, whether it's Star Wars or a superhero movie or anything. You get a lot of photos up front, and you're like, damn, that looks like hell until you see it in action, right? So maybe this is one of those things he's in between scenes. Maybe something's, I don't know. But the look, I can get over if I can see him act and have the swagger that Han had. With the speeder piece, I'm hoping that that's CGI'd out. It looks like a land speeder, really just a different modified land speeder right there. Take the wheels out and you're okay if he's humming around town in that.
Yeah, it looks like a steampunk Cadillac is what it does. And I'm hoping that's just, something that they're going to fix and post. And we've got to hope for that. And I heard that there is a American Graffiti type drag race being shot for the Han Solo movie. Now that does fit his character, a drag racer in this hot rod enthusiast guy. But I mean, what we saw, and I didn't really look too closely. It wasn't that clear that were the wheels decorated in that photo, because if the wheels are decorated, that means it's part of the speeder.
Well, they have rims.
Yeah, he got some 20s on that.
As far as the rest of the
they're
speeder.
like straight up Toyota rims.
So it looks like something maybe they're just going to film with it, a real prop, and then just
I think I would have a bigger problem if they just left rims. Like I can get over tires maybe if they're like big something Star Warsy, but if it's just straight up, I can get those rims.
Sure.
Pick and pull.
Sure. With the pictures that we see though, and what fanboy Mike just pulled up for us, and we're all checking it out and looking it out, I think it's going to be a speeder. I don't think it's going to show the tires at all. I think it'll be CGI'd out and everything. And again, this is just our first photos, and it has us talking because we got so much speculation. And also, who knows if that was just like a test run?
Yeah.
Who knows if that's a makeup golf cart to get from scene to scene that they did
for fun.
Exactly. And here we are like, okay, so we know that that's Luke's speeder. He's going to end up buying it from Han and never know it.
Because we like the gossip.
Yeah. It's. What are your thoughts on it, fanboy? What do you think?
They'll take it out. They'll blue screen that thing, take it out. It'll hover just like Luke's did.
Right.
It'll give us what we're looking for. Honestly, wheels.
What about the look, though? What do you think on the look?
I like the look
of him.
Force Ghost John?
Oh.
I mean him. Not
Purple
the speeder.
Cadillac. All he needs is a hat with a long feather.
We didn't get a picture of Lando. What do you mean?
I don't know, dude.
No, Chris brought it up. Well, let's go around the room. Your first initial thoughts of Alden playing Han. What does he look like, man?
Well, like I said, I'm cool with it. He's a little short, a little thicker than Han, but this could be years. We know it's going to go a span of 10 years, right? We don't know what part of the life he's in, where he's at right now, any of that. So I'm okay. I'll withhold judgment until I see a trailer or something else.
Yeah, you're right.
My big guess here is with this coming out and them showing him looking like this, that we're going to see a picture of him with or without Chewie and Lando sooner than later now to make up for seeing this early.
Well, look, we got, a month and a half, 2 months for the trailer, the rumored trailer that's going to be in D23.
Yeah.
That was something new that I heard this week, too, from, yes, it's still going to be a whole year out, but I heard that on top of the Episode 8 trailer, or the 9 trailer, they're going to actually give us our first Han Solo look. Trailer. Teaser-wise. So that might be something to look forward to on that end.
Fallen Fate, you saw this. It looks like he's got like scars or like he's gotten beat down.
Yeah, he looks beat up.
Yeah, definitely. I have a whole theory on just these pictures. Made me come up with a whole theory of what the movie could be, and I'm kind of hoping that it could go with it. So my theory of seeing him in a getup, seeing the hair, how he looks, like he's not too Han distinguishable, like maybe. And then just seeing him in that speeder and us not seeing the Falcon, what if that's what this movie is? Wouldn't that be great of how he obtained the Falcon? Oh, yeah. We get a mention of it. So look this is what Disney's been doing. Disney keeps going throwback and giving us little hints and playing back to either old movies, little nods or anything like that, or little hidden Easter eggs of stuff that we always wanted answered. What if this whole movie is that how he obtains the Falcon from Lando? Yeah. We see the bet, so we have a young Lando. We're going to know the bet that goes on, and it can actually be of Lando, Chewie, and him actually getting together, how he obtained the Falcon, and their whole crew set.
Actually, that's was confirmed by Kathleen Kennedy. You're going to see him win the Falcon, and you're going to see him and Chewie meet. You're going to see those things in this movie.
See, and that's a whole movie. I'm down with that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Like, we don't need this whole epic story of Han did this or Han did that. If that's what our movie's going to be, that would be great. And, I just got all that from just seeing him in the speeder. Dude, dude, what are we?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if that's all this movie is?
He's Falconless. He's
How he got the Falcon. And,
With that
and that's
point,
it.
with that point,
That would be
Ernie,
cool.
yeah, I know that our last podcast you had mentioned that you do not want to see more Han Solo movie. You don't want to see a trilogy of Han Solo,
Right.
There was this unconfirmed. I can't find anywhere where it says official, but somebody, and getting all the Star Wars news, they said that this Han Solo is a confirmed trilogy. And to that point right there, what you just said, like of his whole story, getting the backstory of getting the friendship with Lando and all, Millennium Falcon, it makes sense that that's going to be that. This movie's going to be that centered, and then he's going to go out to other adventures.
Wait. I don't think it's been confirmed that
It's
Solo's
not. No,
a
I
trilogy.
can't find anywhere where it
No.
says official. But there's a lot of places that you look for Star Wars news, and it says, "Yeah, Han Solo trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to do it." And
Yeah, and I hope not too. But
Yeah,
like
no,
to say,
I don't think so because
definitely
they're
not
covering
confirmed.
10 years of time in this one movie.
Yeah.
Han's only so old. I top of my head couldn't tell you what 32, something like that. But
In 4?
yeah,
Okay.
that's right around there, right?
I believe
he's,
so.
He's 33,
Yeah.
32 years old. Yes.
So you go back 10 years, you're at 22. How young are we going to go?
Right,
You know,
exactly.
So
Yeah.
there's not that much time in Han Adventures to go through a trilogy.
And it's perfect time to see this happen. And that's what I'm saying would be a great story.
Yeah.
Also, it also throws in the whole Duquesne subject of what we talked about last time. Because of just him saying, Duquesne stole it from me.
Right.
Like, so we have
Maybe it's
this
an old
whole
friend of his or
little
something.
thing. And actually, it's not even a story about Han Solo or anything. It's going to be a story about the Falcon itself. If you think about it, you know
Right.
what I mean? Of who it's gone to, the part that it plays in all of this story. We've seen it pop up in other movies as like a little homage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could actually just be a story about the Falcon itself.
Yeah.
And Han got it from Lando. How did Lando get it? I mean, we could open it up to Lando winning it from somebody else.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then it goes to it, and then all of a sudden, it's Han, and then all of a sudden, now in like 8, Duquesne takes it back
yeah.
or something. And it's a great little nod to keep it going story-wise, like we said, of we know who Han is. Everybody has this concept of him. Harrison Ford gave us that.
Yeah.
So to have a story pre-wise as far as just him and the Falcon, him and Chewie and Lando, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
See, and I don't think they'll screw with any original loved characters. Because remember, again, I'll bring this up every time, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
What did we think when McGregor was going to be Obi-Wan instead of Guinness and go back in time and use a character that we all loved?
And it worked.
It worked, and I'll take him as a Force Ghost today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In Episode 8.
It's true. So I know Bootleg here has his own opinion on the actor that's playing him. So go ahead, Joey.
Fire.
What's gonna convince you? I know that photo did not convince you.
Well, for the first time right now, I've seen the rest of the photos, and I'm even more turned off by this movie.
Oh, really?
The
You mean
the
set
vehicle,
photos?
the vehicles. I mean, God, please let them not have those wheels. I mean, it just has. I don't know. God help us if it's a pod race, dude. If they do another pod race, it's like
I will say in some of the books, Han is pod racing, or he's pod racing, and
He's the one that knocked Dengar into it.
yeah,
in the
so
old
he is
EU.
he is in his older years he is pod racing. He's out there doing it. So
In the young and the new one. He's
so
doing it now.
I
He's
guess him and Kidster are the one that are
yeah,
they're racing each other for the Millennium Falcon then, or what?
Oh, too young.
Kidster would be grown up though.
Don't have
Yeah, Kidster's grown up, dude. He's a gangster now.
Too
So
old, dude. He'd be 30 by the time episode. No,
He could be hiring Han.
he'd be
Yeah,
older than Han.
yeah.
Kidster would be older.
He could be hiring Han.
Kidster could be DJ, Benicio is Kidster. It's gonna go all the way back.
I don't know. Just from the beginning, from looking at the dude that they
Kidster
brought
smoke.
in, I just always had a bad taste.
Bad feeling about this?
Yeah, that just I don't get that feeling for Star Wars for this.
And I don't mind that from Boot. Boot always gives us that other side that just makes us think more on the lesser part of it. And some of us are like, no, we're gung ho with it. And I'm with Joey in a lot of things. And
See, I'm the type I don't eat everything Disney feeds me. If there's something that Disney's showing me, like, hey, it's Star Wars, it's got Star Wars on it, but it don't look good to me.
sure.
So
I'm fat as hell. I'm going to eat it up.
until I see the movie itself, and hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully the guy,
I hope so too.
Hopefully the guy, acts exactly like Han. Hopefully it does prove me wrong. But as of right now,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it at all.
What TMZ put out, it looks like they put out what a typical teenager would probably do. Probably, what did they say they were starting him at 18, 19? Somewhere around there. And the pics that they're showing are, a bunch of guys walking around in what looks to me like Rogue One uniform types, and they've got their own little hot rods, and like you guys said earlier, they were possibly pod racing or a type of pod race.
He's pod racing in the books and stuff, and it keeps going back and forth.
So
about that
it looks
too,
like you guys have seen it before. You guys can look it up yourselves, but it looks like hot rods, and they're just trying to go for it. And young teenage type boys and kids and doing their own thing.
Illegal street race,
right?
Yeah, and this is a quick scene. This is one scene out of a movie we haven't seen.
We don't even know how long this is. This will play out, but
and it's a drag that was the first shot we saw, and it wouldn't be some quick actual production photo or a photo they put out to show you what he's going to look like, and maybe in his regular Han gear, because that's a scrub outfit right there. He's a mess.
I was when Mark when we were standing in line for Rogue One, we wanted to see it. We had to see this. We had specs, our own speculations. We also had our own, not the dark side, but we also kind of not stood against it. But we had what are those things? Reservations.
Yeah.
We hope that it's good.
Rogue One.
Right.
Yeah.
We really hope that it was
we
good.
Went in there, just go
we wanted them to knock it out of the park, and they did.
Well, when we went into Rogue One, remember I had like 5 things they had to do.
Right.
Anything they were going to do to make it good.
Had to
they did
have
every
Vader.
fucking one of them, including
Joey.
kill everybody. Right?
Yeah, Bootleg was all over that.
So we'll probably have to have another list of things
I went into
for
Rogue
Han.
One from the beginning feeling like it was a Star Wars movie, feeling that it was a story telling us, what happened before New Hope. So, all the previews I saw, the pictures I saw, it had that Star Wars feeling.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this doesn't have that Star Wars feeling. To me, this feels more like Road Warriors.
I shot it down. But I shot it down when I saw them all sitting there, and I saw the characters. I was like, I'm not digging not one of these characters. You got all these different. I mean, it plays out to understand it now, because now you can go back and go, okay, I understand why they had so many different types of characters throughout different worlds that were all in that one pick. And I was like, I first shot it down. I was like, I'm with that. I don't know how this is going to do.
I'm on the fence where Darth Dad here is like, I need to see it in motion. I need to see.
Yeah.
I don't want. Like I said, TMZ is very known for showing us unflattering pics to get us all riled up, and it's working. But I want to see that trailer. I want to see a teaser. I want to see something like the Vanity Fair pic, something official coming out where they have professionals coming in. Let's roll into the Vanity Fair, guys. I think once we get more Han Solo information, once we get more information, we can dissect it more.
Sure.
But as far as as far as leaked photos, we're gonna, of course, that's gonna be something going on.
Sure.
So Vanity Fair yesterday, I woke up to my phone just being blown up.
Right.
Blown up on how many pics did we get, guys? Something like 20-some pics on Vanity Fair, the episode 9.
I believe the number was
8,
shitload.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's an official
enough to
number.
make me happy.
Yeah. Oh,
It's an official number. If you guys are looking.
Definitely an ass load. So
So how many of you guys actually ran out and bought all 4 covers?
They just dropped today.
Did they?
Yeah, I came straight from work here, so after this, I'm leaving to go find
You go
them.
get them?
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't want all 4 covers. I just want the Leia one.
Sure.
Yeah. Really the darkest one.
you mean
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leia.
Here we go. Sorry, I got loud
For
right there.
what reason do you want just the Leia one?
Well, I'm probably going to have to get 2. One for one reason, and then another one just to have it.
One to ruin, one for...
So let's jump into that pick, because that pick's going to take me off for an hour.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Ah.
As you can tell, we've discussed this last night a little bit in the chat. So looking at the pictures, first look at the Luke and Leia picture.
Yes.
Okay? You see Luke smiling, okay?
Yes.
And you see Leia scowling.
Scowling with the duck lips.
Scowling, okay? And you can say it's because you just lost Han or this and that, right? I think this is a sign right here.
Okay.
A total sign what's going on.
Yeah.
She's wearing the darker brown. Luke's now in the lighter colors.
Right.
I think it's showing you right there. Luke is on the light.
There's some foreshadowing,
Or the middle.
you're
It's
saying.
some foreshadowing.
Absolutely.
And Leia is actually going to be the big effing twist in this movie.
Okay.
Leia's the one. If you read the books and you do everything, the Empire, the First Order, Palpatine, everybody plays a long game, right? They're looking 30 years, decades in the future of what's going to go on. Leia has been behind a lot of it for a while. And you can ask me why? Ask me why.
Why?
Holy shit. I'd love to answer that. Thank you. Who else in the galaxy has so much shit going on in their life, right? First, she was her real parents, she didn't know them. Okay, she was adopted, but raised as a princess. Then she becomes part of the rebellion. She gets kidnapped, basically, by who turns out to be her father, and tortured for hours. It's not like that quick in and out scene like you see in episode 4. She explains in Bloodline that it's hours that she was tortured and pinned and prodded and jacked up. Okay, take that. Then her whole world, her home world, gets blown up. All right. Then she kisses her brother. All right.
Okay.
But here we go. Then she falls in love with Han and gets married.
Not once. Not twice. But in deleted scenes 3 times.
Oh, deleted scenes aren't canon. Move on. Okay. So, past that. Now, she falls in love with Han, gets with Han the smuggler, because it's completely against her whole world, right? She's all about her politics and all this, and she's never been able to be a person. Okay? She's always been in a role.
Correct.
So now she does this, but what happens in the history of the next 30 years? Now her and Han are estranged most of the time.
Right.
She doesn't have Ben with her hardly ever, because any of the books, Aftermath, he's just born. By the time Bloodline comes up, he's been gone with Luke for years. Han's been off racing and running races at this point. Okay, now everybody finds out, spoiler alert in Bloodlines, that she's Vader's daughter, and everybody turns on her, and she realizes that nobody really had her back at that point, except for a few of the Resistance people that she ends up bringing over. Hell, where the hell else am I? I mean, Kylo turns bad.
Yeah.
Her son kills. I mean, there's so many
Han
things
dies.
dark in her life.
Luke is gone.
Right.
Luke
And she
is
keeps
gone.
telling everybody, like in these books, that she can feel the Force, but she can't. Maybe she can. Maybe she's just on the dark and hiding it.
That's
like,
the only
like
thing, Chris. The
Palpatine.
only thing because I've been reading the books, and
Yeah.
I'm already 20 years after Battle of Endor, and there's no signs that Leia's using the Force or even wanting to use it at all. It's all political with her.
Okay.
I don't
Brilliance.
see this training at all, man. And
Brilliance.
Luke's not in her life to influence her. Nobody Force-wise is. So do you think that she's doing this on the down low or in the background?
Well, how dangerous would that be anyway? That she learns that she has the Force, starts to feel the Force a little
Absolutely.
bit, and nobody's there to
Well,
guide her.
Listen to
Go
what
ahead.
you just said. She showed no signs of using the Force. It was all political. How was Palpatine?
Oh,
Read episode 1. You don't know he's a Sith Lord.
Oh my god!
You're right. That's
Yeah.
he just
Palpatine never
where we're
showed
going.
any signs of Force.
This
He
is
just-
brand new.
He just always walked around with a dark cloth, or he was walking around.
Right,
in
you're
fancy-
absolutely right. And would be if anything, if they said, "Hey, we're gonna give you a twist that's beyond I'm your father, beyond anything
then
else,"
this
would be
then
it,
this
right?
then go ahead.
But she's dead. I mean, Carrie Fisher's dead. And in episode, if they had to rewrite her whole entire backstory, we don't have her in 9 unless they can somehow,
Well, haven't they confirmed that she will not be in the last movie?
Right.
I don't think she won't be in it. They just won't.
What they've confirmed is they will not CGI her. That's what they have confirmed.
Will it be the Obi
So there has
Darth Vader Obi
been
Slay?
Any speculation of her? What I find so odd about that whole comment of everything of you saying, well, she's not going to be in 9 and like that, is that Disney's not worried about it at all. You notice that? Nobody's freaked out.
That's
Nobody
true.
said anything. They've just come out and said,
They're filming this summer,
We're
man.
good.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. We're good.
yeah.
So imagine, because of this plot twist, if the Grand Admiral Chris Franz, Darth Dad 77, is correct, you heard it here first on the Sarlacc Digest.
Oh, yes.
Nobody else has put this speculation out there.
Right.
Nobody has. We're all on the internet and all reading everything, watching YouTube, reading articles. Nobody has said this yet. It was a great point that he brought up. So what if everything's already been filmed of what they need her to do?
That's what I'm saying.
Because it was a twist.
Yeah, because like I'm saying, they filmed her parts already, and if they use some sort of where she transformed into something else, being this pure dark side, where even Palpatine and the Emperor, 2 different aesthetics on the person, right? Transformed. You didn't need.
Well, dude, when Palpatine was walking around, even with the Jedi, they couldn't even sense
They
the
didn't know.
dark side.
Dark
on him.
side clouds everything.
He
He did
already
that good.
he already had the idea. It was already in him to be the dark side. He was already
Yeah, but he was
trained by
tricking
Pelagius,
everybody.
but he was just out there tricking everybody. You're talking about tricking the whole. I mean, we're talking Star Wars fans.
Well, let me
throughout.
tell you
And-
this.
and-
Palpatine became the Emperor, right? She was at the point of being the first senator,
Yeah.
and running the galaxy until the Vader thing came out in the books.
But she wasn't. It wasn't Pelagius that got a hold of her. It wasn't Snoke that got a hold of her. I mean, I don't see anybody
know
that's.
that.
Gonna,
well,
I know,
that's the
but
thing.
you don't
We don't
know
know
that.
about Snoke.
listen, Chris, Darth Dad, I am willing to bet you this is going to fall in your lap, and it will not happen. One Slurpee, one large blueberry Slurpee. When we find this out, you have to get up from your seat. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, go.
I'm comfortable making any bets.
I don't
because
see that
figured
happening.
Star Wars out.
Bootleg. You were on the fence, and now I got you.
I feel a heel turn coming.
Okay, so
There's a heel turn.
I've got a
She's
got a
gonna
box
run the
of candy.
NWO.
I'm betting. Fanboy Mike is betting Boot and betting Darth Dad. Candy and a Slurpee that Leia does not turn.
This
and
is
that
gonna
not
be
a part of
this
the
is
twist
gonna be
at
Hulk
all.
Hogan turning heel type
This is it.
Okay.
type.
Handshakes.
People
Here.
cried when Hogan turned.
Rin. Handshake.
When Hogan
Darth
came
Dad.
out, NWO,
Handshake.
People,
Boot.
yes. Nobody
People will cry
expected-
when Leia
look,
turns.
Nobody look when and it's gonna be the same exact thing, dude. I mean, I hate to I'd hate to reverse back to wrestling. But when Hogan turned to NWO, that same day, everybody was cheering, oh, he's coming out to save the day. And then he drops that big-ass leg on Macho Man's head. Everybody's like, what? No. The same thing with Leia, dude. Everybody's going to see Leia walking in this thing, and then they're going to see her and Luke hugging or kissing or whatever. And then, bam.
Can
see
you
them
imagine
eyes turn
now?
yellow, dude.
So now we have Carrie Fisher, who's passed away. Can you imagine how much she thought this was going to be awesome, that she was going to be bad? Right? How much would she have loved that?
You know why?
And why they keep doing it is because you can love it that she would love to turn bad.
Look at Fanboy Mike. You know why Grand Admiral is correct on his theory? Why there is no disputing it right now?
Whoa!
Because-
Really? That's where you're standing at? So I'm getting I want 2 boxes of popcorn
yes.
from the
Because-
Fallen Fett.
Because that it could very be true. The pictures do play a major point in it. We have the picture of her with the smirk. We have the picture
Unbelievable.
with her next to Finn and Poe, and she's standing off to the side
Separated.
by herself.
By a thick black line.
And is she not? Me
Back
and
to the
Marco talked
resistance.
About this
This-
ourselves.
This is a Vanity Fair pick. This is where you guys are
Dude.
going off of?
Is
Mike.
she not holding a page of the Wills? in her
Mike.
Please
hand?
tell me
Look it.
anything
I think that was part
from
of
the
her cape.
movies.
It might
that
I'll say
you
this.
could
I'll
stand
say
on.
I didn't
this.
see
It
it.
has a different design on it.
I'll say
Nice.
this:
I
the
hope it
only
is.
picture she's maybe smiling in is one where she's hugging her daughter, a non-character, and I think most of that smile is coming from her face pushing up against her daughter's face, dude.
Okay, now look at but there's also
But
this
it's a
though,
smile.
in it. Going behind the scenes now. I know you're saying you guys just get this from Vanity Fair. Behind the scenes, in her reel of we're going back to Celebration now, the director talked about how much they went and sat and talked together and what an influence she played on this story and how important she was and the ideas that she had, and they went with it.
And how could just being a senator or the leader of the resistance have that much necessity when we've done that over and over and over?
In the Last Jedi trailer that we got,
Yeah.
they show Leia's back.
Her
Yeah.
back.
Okay,
Oh.
that's
What
is
Leia.
she controlling?
That's Leia.
Right.
But they say what does Rey see when they show her
The light.
the light?
Right.
I don't see Disney going that far. I don't see them writing story about a story about Leia turning.
You know what's funny is we say Disney a lot, and Disney just lets Lucasfilm do
Yeah,
their thing.
I was
It
just gonna-
really
I
is.
was just
Kathleen
gonna,
Kennedy is running Star
yes.
Wars.
No, I was just gonna say that. Yes, we say Disney because it's easier to differentiate when Disney bought
Yeah.
Lucas, and so yes, we know
From
it's still
Lucas is George, the old one.
Well,
that we're
it's still
saying, and then we
Lucasfilm.
drop-
It's-
right, correct.
yeah.
But I'm saying
Kennedy.
Correct.
Is where
right,
we're at.
and now Disney means her.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but
exactly.
it's her and Filoni and these guys are running the damn show, right? You
It's
don't
the
think
same
they would
guys.
twist it?
No, I understand,
Oh,
but
man.
still, the bottom line is
Yeah.
Disney. They have to prove that one way or the other.
Oh, they're like, make your billions. You can write whatever the hell you want.
man.
You can bring
Darth
Godzilla in.
Moocher, please tell me you're on
Look,
you're on my side.
I always thought like, what could be this big twist, right? This just
Dude.
a second.
You are emotionally attached.
Yes. Separate yourself
No,
from
we,
Leia.
It leads to the
other
dark
than
side,
you
Mike.
guys, other than you guys, I can guarantee you that 500 million more feel exactly like me. Now, okay, because you
Ask
guys
the
got
listeners.
books and because yes, we like to dive in and really dissect the scar and dissect the way the guy's hair was combed to the side and the fact that there's wheels on Han Solo's thing. I mean, we know that
Allegedly.
those are things that we dissect, but the other fans that need the wholesome lord.
No, I think it's the other fans that are hoping this shit doesn't happen.
I'm
This
with-
is
That's why we have you, fanboy.
This has been
is
clear-
Your perspective of coming
Hey.
in as fanboy Mike, as that fan.
You're going to be the
We
one that's going to
speculate
be
everything,
saying,
and Mike is like, no. So just imagine
Mike.
the movie theater when it drops. And everybody's
Mike,
like,
when
no.
it happens,
And we all turn and look at you and go,
Mike's
what?
Mike's going to be like,
And because of this, now we're going back to the Disney quote again.
Right.
Disney wanted 3 more movies. So the first one is on the fence of everybody.
Yep.
The Star Wars fans loved it. Did they get new people involved? How are we going to switch it up with 8 so we know for a damn fucking fact that they come back for 9? I dropped the F word. Nobody screamed.
Bum, bum, bum,
Like a
bum.
hi, Mecca, hi, ni ho. Okay, so with that being said, with that twist, how would not everybody come back for 9?
Oh, have to.
okay, I'm
And
telling you
And
right
they have
now.
been clear about how
Disney,
dark it
that's
is.
cha-ching. That's all they're thinking is, woo.
True that, but
Mike,
they already have Leia toys out. So
Oh,
what you guys
that was my next point.
what you guys spoke about earlier, the figs and the toys. Yes, okay. So now we have a Leia in
dark
dark
Leia?
robe.
I'll buy a dark Leia, dude. Put it right next
I'm
to the white
telling
Leia.
you.
You just
Fives
made your
telling you.
is now standing up because he's getting ready to go to war with these guys.
you just made your own my
Mike,
point. You
you're
made
gonna
my
be
point.
sitting there in the back when all this goes down, and it all happens. You're gonna be back there. No, that's not true.
Darth Vader, no.
That's impossible.
No, I'm getting 2 boxes of popcorn
Mike,
from
search your
Fallen
feelings.
Fist.
Mike,
you
let
know
me-
it to be
let
true.
Let me interject here and say something real fast. Like, if this is to come to fruition, right? So we end The Last Jedi on the down note, just like Empire Strikes Back, correct? Now,
Affirmative.
and then we comes back to the third film in this trilogy, and she totally redeems herself or does whatever. Now, that's totally plausible.
Yeah.
Now, ever since you guys brought that up, at first
Yeah.
I wasn't disagreeing with it. I was just like, man, that would be such a something unexpected. I wouldn't expect Leia, especially the way she acted in Force Awakens. I wouldn't expect that at all. But
that's a great
That's-
point.
that's
Yeah.
exactly
Darth
why.
Vader. And this was what I wanted to bring up about Disney not being worried about her, because
And that's a great point.
What if the twist happens? We find out she's evil, and she gets killed in 8
Right.
because she turned evil.
Yeah.
At the end, Empire ended with the huge reveal, and Luke got his hand cut off and then had to fall. What if her big reveal and she gets killed?
I want you to stay away from Darth Moocher.
this is
I want
why-
everybody to stay away from Darth Moocher. This guy was on my side, and all of a
This
sudden
is
you guys
why
had
they're not
swallowed
worried
him up
about
into the dark
episode
side.
9.
Right. Now, here's the deal. Name one thing you could think of at all that they said this is going to be a bigger reveal than Empire. It's been made
Yes.
clear.
Yes, it has.
Okay. Now, name one thing. Yeah. Now, Ray's Luke's daughter. Oh yeah, I knew that. Ray's Leia's daughter.
Predictable.
Oh yeah, I did that. That was predictable. Snoke is Plagueis. Oh yeah, got it. That's
Leia's a
predictable.
Sith Lord.
Holy shit!
That's
Are
where
you
you're
out of your
Leia,
mind?
that's where you guys are going.
Leia's
Leia's
a
a
Sith
Sith
Lord?
Lord. That's
Not
where you're
even-
at.
Not even a Sith Lord.
She
That
just
she was being manipulated by the dark side and be controlled by someone.
Yeah. That
And
is.
that's how.
what did she say,
we all
Mike, in
walk
Force
out
Awakens?
just,
Whoa.
Snoke he's controlling everything. Remember, Snoke. It's Snoke. She's the one, or he's the one that's doing it.
Yeah. Name something else that would
No,
possibly.
Mike. I'm just sitting there entertaining.
And get this: if the only twist was Ray, Luke is your father type of thing, right? Then you just made it an Empire rehash.
Oh yeah.
You just killed it, and then you just lost episode
which
9.
would blow. Yes, we don't need.
It won't blow episode
I am
9.
your
It won't
father.
blow anybody's mind if it comes about like Ray as a Skywalker. It's not going to blow anybody's mind. That's not a twist to me.
My
It's
twist
gonna be like we knew that.
My twist, I believe my twist is, and I won't show anybody. I won't speak
go
about
ahead.
this
Go
anymore.
for
My
it.
twist is Snoke could possibly be Rey's father.
Well,
We've
see,
heard it before. Do you see nobody's reaction? Do you see your reaction when we say, "Hey, Mike, Leia's bad"?
I don't
See?
get it. I really don't
see?
get it. Like how she sends off Rey. Now, whoever Rey is to the
Okay.
Skywalkers.
She's gonna go.
How
find
she's
Luke.
Let me ask you this. Is it more you don't see it happening because you don't see it happening, or is it more you don't want it to happen?
It's just upsetting.
It's
If
too
I was
emotional.
to speak for the heart, I don't want it to happen because there's truths. You guys all believe this. There's truths to Star Wars that you guys absolutely love that you guys hold on to, and we can talk about this later, but the Jedi and the Sith, or the Jedi on the dark side. We absolutely thought that the Jedis were absolutely the way to go until Luke.
All right.
And then we also knew that the dark side, the Sith, were absolutely the baddest of them all. Okay?
Yeah.
So those are the truths that you had. So you stuck to that until we had the Last Jedi and
All right,
more
Mike.
about Luke and Anakin.
Sure.
Hit him, Moocher.
I'm gonna hit you with something here. Luke's gone, right? He went to Leia and he dropped a bombshell on her on Endor. You're pretty much Vader's daughter, and you're my sister, and you have the Force, and someday you'll learn to use it as eyes, right? What did he do the day after Endor? He took off, went to find another Jedi Order, abandoned Leia, knowing that she's got Force powers. Why not take her with her? First off, and how easily is somebody seduced by the dark side? Wait, someone's seduced by the dark side, and if someone else got to her besides Luke, because Luke went off and did his thing and influenced Leia, and now she is this Palpatine in the background, pulling the strings, doing all these things. It makes for a fantastic twist.
Too old she was.
Wow.
Too old to begin the training.
Well,
Listen, if this happens, if this plot twist happens, it's
too
going to
old.
break hearts. And yes, that's
Maybe
the
at the end of this
absolutely
film.
best way. That's the absolutely
think you're
best way
selling
Star
yourself.
Wars. No. I'm just saying.
think you're almost
that's
over here,
absolutely
too.
the best way to go ahead and sell 9 to us. That's understandable. That's the best way to sell 9 to fans that never. Well, did you hear? That Leia is now a Sith? I mean, it will.
You're about to come over this side. I can
blown.
see it. Look.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even have to be a Sith. Just that she was evil, being controlled by Snoke, and she got killed. So listen, all the facts are there. Harrison Ford wanted out the first movie. He truly did. JJ came in and gave him his shot by having him kill himself, because Kylo didn't kill him, but having him kill himself.
Oh, that wasn't his lightsaber.
And-
So you're no Fallen Vet. So you're saying that Leia had a hand in Kylo's killing Han?
No. I'm saying backstory wise.
Why
I'm
not?
saying the reasoning
Han
why.
hasn't been there. Han back
When
there.
Leia felt Luke or when Leia felt
makes
Han
more-
die. She did the sigh. She did what
And then she
every,
moved the
she did
fuck
what every-
on.
No,
And then
she
she
did
moved the
not.
fuck
Bull crap. She did the sigh. She did the half
Oh, her
step.
husband died and she sighed?
Ghost
Oh,
John is
bless
feeling
her
me.
heart.
But she
felt a disturbance.
right. But that just to me that was what makes her the light side. That
She didn't cry. She didn't
That
lose
was
her
just
mind.
that
She
was
went-
a huge gas bubble in
box
her
of
stomach.
candy.
They bumped.
Slurpee,
and she just
2
fucking
boxes
ignored
of
Chewie
popcorn.
because she's dark. She don't give a fuck. Go, Chewie. I don't
boy.
care. I'm busy in my
Chewie
evil.
was still there, and look
I
at the
need to
size of
manipulate
Chewie
Rey
and
now.
Right.
She'd rather
And
kiss
Leia
Loki.
makes way more money than Han did, so you know that she was paying Han for Ben. And
Luke
it was
always
like-
wanted to be bad. Luke's probably gonna. He's the one that's gonna want to be bad.
But that
and Rey's
wouldn't
gonna
that
have to
wouldn't
turn
shock
her
everybody.
somehow.
That wouldn't
That
shock
wouldn't
us
shock
either.
everybody.
But
either.
I'm just saying, in the sense of when this was all happening before when George and Luke were getting together, Luke wanted to be. Hey, wouldn't it be bad if they did Leia?
Who's doing Leia?
Not if they
Jabba.
made Leia. If they
That's
made
why
Leia
she's
the
bad.
dark side, or they just made
yeah.
her. They just made her bad.
That's the other thing.
I want to break it here. I want to get John's opinion on this because
He's
John
here.
is the type of guy who sits in the background all the time, especially when we get together, and he absorbs everything. Would this be the twist of a
We laid
lifetime
it
for
out
Star Wars
you,
fans?
Force Ghost John. You've heard our side. You've heard Fanboys Mike's side. What is it?
This would be one of the most surprising and shocking twists that you see advertised in every poster, advertisement, everything you read about
This
going
is
on.
bigger-
This is big.
This is bigger than M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
Would this beat I Am Your Father?
This
Yes,
would be
it
I
would.
Am Your Father. I hate to say
It
I
would.
know your heart's breaking. I know this is a path you can't go down. But
Okay.
God, they've warped my mind a little bit on this.
Look at this. See how easily the dark side seduces? There's now one of you and 5 of us.
No, Darth Moocher. Darth Moocher's on the fence.
And the
Mike.
line
You better admit it.
From I Am Your Father to I Am the Dark Side.
Yeah.
Mike, search your
Man.
feelings. You know it to be true.
You just a little
Search
while,
your
just an hour ago,
feelings.
you were calling it.
You
You were
know
calling
it
it
to be
rubbish.
true.
Seducted.
What I said was
he's been
rubbish
seduced.
was-
And let's take
Seducted.
this-
What
the
the fuck?
fact that-
Seducted.
Let's take this
Seduced.
back
Can you
where
edit that?
how we started this is the Vanity Fair picks where Chris was pretty much dissected it and said that Leia was scowling meaning dark, and she's wearing
Yes.
darker clothes, and there's a
and-
big separation in the photos. And
And
stuff.
Bootleg has made it clear that that's probably just where her face was from
Plastic
from
surgery?
Botox.
Plastic surgery, dude.
But-
Got it stuck.
But she was obviously smiling with Billy
I love
Lord,
being Leia.
and obviously, and it wasn't a mourning period because Luke was smiling in that picture.
Yeah.
She
Is
was
full
not.
on smile.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
He posed for a photo. You
Then why
guys
didn't she? Then why didn't she?
relax.
Then why didn't she?
They're not just taken; they're set up.
Then why didn't she smile if it was taken for a photo?
She can't grin.
Mike, we're
You
all
got
cool.
to-
Hey,
Look at the Billy Lord photo. You're killing yourself here. Come on.
but look at dude. Hey,
Come on.
we're all
No.
cool. You're cool. Are you cool? Mooch?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
cool, Dad?
I mean, I think.
Yeah, because you guys are all standing on the other side of the fence throwing rocks at me.
Well, earlier it wasn't. Earlier it was you guys on me. It just they've been seduced.
No, like I said,
By
Mike.
the dark
Like I
side.
said, this would
Or
be the
seductive.
biggest mic drop in the history of Star Wars. This right here. Not. I mean, I think it.
Smile? No smile.
Yeah, this is it. I mean,
Just seen them both, didn't you?
yeah.
That was for Vanity Fair.
All right. So
We need you to frown and
Move
look
along.
angry
So
while your
you
brother
guys-
smiles.
Move along.
for
guys,
Vanity Fair.
drop us a line and let us know. We'll post some
Yeah.
things on Instagram and stuff, and try to get it out there to
Yeah.
the
And
masses
listen,
again.
we know we got some YouTubers and some really high up there guys who have started listening to our show. Thanks. That's cool.
Yeah, we
know
appreciate
who you are.
that.
We can see it. If you put this out there as well, remember where you heard it first. Sarlacc
That's
Digest,
right.
and just throw us a shout out. This is all we do. Line talk.
Yep.
This is where we came up with it because this is what we do. We speculate shit. We talk about it, and this is exactly how it happens, and this is exactly why we started doing this.
Right.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Nobody has said this. Nobody has dropped it. We've proved the point. We've given you all the facts. It's there. This is the biggest twist. We're not ruining it for you.
No.
We just want to.
No, because we could be completely wrong and
And we
have
could.
something else. But
But
yeah.
if this is what
no.
happens,
And for Mike,
no, you better
You're on the internet now. What are you going to find right now?
for Mike's sake,
Like,
maybe we are wrong, but I don't think we are wrong. The evidence is there.
It's there.
Well,
It's all there.
We figured Star Wars out now. We can just move on. To
it's
the
a
next
very
one.
strong point, and
once again, coming from the Sarlacc Digest, started
Yes.
with Darth Dad 77. Is Leia bad? You look at the pictures. She's dark. She's menacing. She's been in the background. Bootleg Joe brought up Palpatine. Fits right in. We all know that this is going to be a huge twist. The twist of Leia being bad. Disney, as I brought up, is not even concerned with 9. They didn't
That's a
show
great
anything.
point.
They didn't run to go start hiring Leia girls.
Yeah.
They didn't. Oh well, don't worry. They've said we're not bringing her back CGI. That's the comment that they have. She was then in bed with the director the whole time, and we're not going to Carrie Fisher in bed.
Right,
What we mean is, in her thing, she had said her and the director became very well tight knit, went over the whole story and loved it, and that was their concept.
yeah, they wouldn't do that if she was just a resistance leader,
Exactly.
right? I mean,
So here is her side, and she gets to leave how she wanted to leave.
but Mike, how fresh is that, dude? Come on, I mean, her being bad at the end of this movie, and we're walking out of going, "Oh my god!" Yes, I said fresh.
It's
No,
okay.
I'm looking at Mike's hair in his face.
It's
He has
okay.
worked himself into a stupor, dude.
It's okay,
It's
kiddo.
out of control.
It's okay, kiddo.
I hope right
Listen,
now
we
that
can't. We
people-
cannot do a vlog until you get that sorted.
Dude, I
all
bet
the
people right now are
fans,
listening
Mike,
to
it's
us
okay,
just
kiddo.
going off.
Just
All the
Right.
fans
Going
that don't,
off. You
all the
guys are
fans that don't
idiots.
read the
There's
books,
no
all the
way.
fans that don't get into all the lore, because all you've done was watch the movies. You're probably up there with me. I understand their view, but I'm with you guys. I'm with the true fans, the true
Oh,
lovers
what the
of
hell?
the Star Wars.
True fans,
I'm
huh?
gonna kick you out of your house.
Just know you're fan of Mike.
yeah.
That Leia will not turn dark side, nor will she be bad. This will all be a farce, and I'll have a box of popcorn, I'll have a Slurpee, and a new box of candy, all from our friends.
I think
And
it's
our
more or
friends.
less you're hoping this doesn't happen.
Right.
Because it makes too much sense now, and it would still be a twist,
But
even though
again,
we've said it
like,
out loud.
like again, I'm looking beyond even the pictures and stuff, but
Yeah.
just somebody walking out of that movie theater and just be like, "Oh my god!"
and seriously, wouldn't you want a dark Leia toy right next to your new Hope Leia?
Come on.
God,
Can you
yes.
Could you imagine?
Dude,
Yeah.
wow.
Just your SH figure arts and
Yes.
put it right next to it. Come
Yeah.
on.
So
Kill it.
there's that theory.
You guys are all
We've got
drunk.
marketing. We've got.
You guys
science,
are
we've
yes,
got
hey.
everything.
drunk in lore.
I can see
promise
us
you,
all
you
wa-
guys,
look at-
and you
But this has nothing to
turned-
do with lore.
And you turned John. He just came in. And you turned him, huh? You guys should feel ashamed.
Darth Dad is Snoke
Feel
confirmed.
ashamed.
John,
I
who's the voice of reason.
Yeah.
So listen to
Mike.
all of us and look at where he is.
I can totally see us all walking out of that theater, just laughing. I mean, not
I will be in tears.
I'll be in tears too, laughing.
Can you imagine it now? All of us, like you said, just laughing.
Laughing? Laughing that
crying.
Me and Darth Dad looking at each other, going,
Look at there's no Sarlacc.
"That's right."
You dark. You guys are so Sithy.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
you guys are so
we
dark.
love it. Bunch of Sith heads.
Siths.
He says
That's a great shirt.
You know why? Because we do it.
Make it happen.
I will.
Dude, it's there. I'm sorry, but we kind of have called it. We hope that this is what happens, and let it ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see anything against it.
I'm almost going to be disappointed if it doesn't happen
Right.
now.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. If we leave that theater and go, oh, Ray was Luke's kid, that's
You know-
going to suck.
And that's all it was.
That's going to suck.
That's just all speculation.
Yeah, I almost don't want to go on to the other photos. This is too much fun. This speculation.
There were other photos?
There were. Do we? Man, to move on to another subject, but
Yeah.
let's
Probably
do
should
it.
end
But
it
let's do
there.
it. Look. Benicio del Toro. We got our first look on
Yeah,
Benicio del
Ezra
Toro
looks
too.
Yeah.
great.
Ezra looks
My
great.
God,
Now here,
he's
okay, Ernie,
Straight
I want to say something though.
He looks pimping.
Does Benicio del Toro's character look about the same age as Luke, old Luke?
Yes.
So you do buy in that?
So
yeah.
what Moocher's talking about is
Yeah.
I posted exactly what I just said right now.
Correct.
Is Ezra looks great. And we had people comment immediately saying, that's a great theory,
Yeah.
but he's not the same age. Look at him. No. I was waiting to hit up Darth Dad. What was Ezra
Ezra's going to be right about Luke's age.
exactly?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that Luke has been through some shit.
That's
and
true.
looks a little bit older.
Yeah.
That's true
That's
too.
the only thing. That's real life right there.
No,
But you
you're
look
right.
at Del Toro, I mean, and mind you, this is a galaxy far, far away. They age different too. It don't really matter.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
sure they have hair dye.
And because
in
it
there.
comes from animation, it doesn't have to be super close to
Right,
the character.
and him being Ezra still works even if it's the
Yeah.
same age.
I
So
agree.
he's kept himself up and like that. Luke's just been through shit. Luke's just searching and going at it. And I'm sorry, there's some chicks out there who've been going through some shit and look like they're 45 and they're really 21. And it's like, girl, you need help. So
He's just the reverse.
right, exactly. Luke
Or
looks
Luke's that
old.
way.
I get that, but seeing him, I can't. I get you on what
Yeah,
you're
I'm with-
saying.
Sure.
Cheney 180 was like, oh, that was a great comment. Yeah, they're not the same age. I mean, I'm right here in the flesh, telling you right now, I look way better than Cheney 180, and I'm way older than him.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that means nothing.
My only complaint on that again is me personally. I don't want him to be Ezra, and I have because I just want him to be this awesome, different new character. Like I said, I have this problem of everybody trying to tie in all these old characters into this one little funnel of actors in the whole Star Wars thing. I want him to be brand new. I want him to be badass. I'm sure he's going to be badass, but like he looks like a thieving smuggler, Black Sun leader, something like that, some criminal underground type stuff.
I would rather if Ezra's in. I would love Ezra to be in the film, but I'm more of a Snoke Ezra type guy. With DJ or Duquesne or whoever he is, I guess I'm still assuming
Sure.
he's Duquesne from what we heard.
Duquesne would be perfect. 'Cause again, new character, whatever. But
What I would love is if I think we talked about it a little bit earlier is if he's in Episode 8, right? Or in Episode 8 there,
yeah,
as Duquesne, but you see him de-aged in Han Solo,
Wow, I
Right?
like that.
well,
That would be
Okay,
super.
well,
super
or a
cool.
younger Duquesne, something.
They're able
How I want to go is I can understand that, like you're saying, they're
Yeah.
trying to throw too much in. What if somebody doesn't
Sure.
know?
Too much
so,
time,
okay,
yeah.
and I said this last time. What if he is Duquesne, but that's who he took?
Right,
on?
right.
Like we just get a quick, "Hey Ezra," and he says hello,
Yeah.
and that just gives everybody their, "Oh my God, it is Ezra."
Yeah, he's pulling a Kanan because Kanan wasn't a Jedi for
Exactly.
years.
But this is where I'm going at. In Rebels, he picks up different names. He is thieving.
Yeah.
That's how he started. He is the Han Solo type before he turned into Jedi.
Yeah.
But even still with Kanan, he's still that type.
Sure.
He still speeders. He does this and that. So,
Sure.
like I mentioned that before. So he could absolutely be Duquesne in this movie. and all of a sudden
He's Ezra.
somebody just says it.
Yeah.
Ezra, why do you have to be that way?
Yeah,
Or just
I
to
get you on
mention,
that.
and the whole crowd goes, for us who know, and that's all you had to do. Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
And it could
I
play
hear
later.
you. I hear you on that. But to me personally, I just think Ezra is a standalone character for Rebels. We're not going to even see him after Rebels 4. This is just me. And the Duquesne character I think is awesome, being this, almost like Han Solo's opposite, right? So Han Solo went one route, and he went and helped the rebellion after being a smuggler. And Duquesne is the thieving, like I said,
Just
underbelly
still a smuggler.
Yeah, underbelly smuggler, criminal syndicate. I think we have been missing since Jabba the Hutt. We've been missing the criminal syndicate. To
Okay.
bring it back, okay. So after the Empire fell, and we had that 30 years time between the Force Awakens and the Empire, the Return of the Jedi, the criminal underbelly grew, and grew and grew and grew, and this is why the First Order became one of those things again. That's like, okay, the Empire kept those guys in check for the longest time, so now they're destroyed. The rebellion's not going to keep them in check; they're too small. So let's get more of this criminal syndicate guys in the mix of our story going forward. And I think Benicio del Toro is perfect for it. His look on that photo is perfect for that type of role.
Well, if we dissect the photo, what he's in, I don't know if anybody's even noticed it. Do you see what's underneath his leg? It says bank something.
Yeah, I saw that. And I
It
don't
ends in
know.
Bank. So obviously, like, he's a thief.
Right.
Like,
Right,
I
right.
mean, just his shot
Again,
that he's in.
photos
or
tell
whatever.
1,000 words, man.
His foot seems like he's like on some type of ammo box or something to
Right.
the effect. You have all the gadgets and everything behind him, but right between the legs it says bank, and there's obviously a word before it, like he's a thief.
Right.
Obviously, like a big time thief.
Well, like I said,
he's
like-
bringing
cool.
back in that criminal.
Like I said, I
syndicate.
don't think it hurts the story if it does come true that he is Ezra and Duquesne at the same time, taking those alter egos and whatnot. But I think it's really cool to have the somewhere in the underbelly as a main character, or intertwining with our main characters, of course. Like Jabba. Jabba was one of the perfect guys, the underworld, gangster and all that stuff. And I think
We need Black Sun in a movie.
Yeah,
Right?
and-
that needs to be as
like I said,
appealing,
there's been a huge rise in between the two movies, from the books
Yeah.
and the comics and everything. There's a huge rise of that. So, let's see more of that. And this is the reason why the First Order rose again and got in power, because it created a power vacuum after that. So.
Anybody else have any thoughts on Duquesne? Nobody.
Nope.
Who else do we got in those pictures?
We had the casino picture.
We have the casino picture where all the aliens all dressed to the nines, right?
Yeah, and
I don't know about
everybody
you guys.
and their mother kept saying that was a Bothan in the back.
I was
and
kind
that's
of
not
like
even
down
Too tall.
from
way
the,
too tall, not
Yeah.
the right face, like
the
a horse
casino
face.
pictures.
Yeah, it's
It was
a,
too many people.
Yeah, I think
It's
it
a lot
was.
going
I
on.
think on that photo, it's just a showcase that, hey, yeah, we're in the Star Wars world and we got 1,000 aliens.
And instead of a
So-
cantina, we're doing a casino.
Well, do you
Right,
remember
right.
the pictures that we got from Force Awakens of Maz's place?
Yeah.
Those
Right,
were
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
it
I
was.
was excited to see Maz's
This is
castle or whatever
upscale,
it
yuppie,
was.
Yeah.
and it reminds me of the whole opera scene when going in. Everybody was again dressed to the nines and
Right.
doing all those things.
They,
So
they
it's
said
just
this
like-
is the way to
Casino
show
World
the
or
top
something.
1% of the
yeah,
galaxy.
and this is where we're going to see Mr. Victor, right? Victor Snoke in that. and
Victor Snoke.
This is his world that we're going to start visiting,
Yes.
and so I mean, it makes sense that we're going to have the yuppities and the 1%ers in the Star Wars world. So
What do you think, Force Ghost John?
It's a very Fifth Element feel, when they're out there on the barge,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
high class, high dollar.
Yeah. Do you think
Feel.
Ruby Rose is going to be in it?
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be awesome.
hoping so. I'm really
Just in the
hoping so.
background, or maybe that's who they're watching,
Wouldn't that
right?
be funny
Oh,
if we
God.
did see Ruby Rose just walk by in the background? That'd be great. A little nod.
Or just the haircut.
just like E.T. in the prequel.
I think
Yeah.
I saw the haircut in there in the picture.
Oh, maybe, dude.
Just on the side where your thumb goes when you lifted your thumb.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would be great.
well, there's that, and also we did get of Captain Phasma unmasked, and it,
And a staff.
and a staff. That's what I was gonna say. Her weapon of choice this time looks like, I mean, of course, according to the pictures, is a staff.
She looks almost exactly like she does in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
on that picture, dude.
Here,
Almost
yeah, yeah.
identical. Just clean.
No, okay. So, Chris, back me up on this. In the
Marco's right.
Yeah, thank you. All right,
You're
move on.
welcome.
The Aftermath series, when Hux, as a kid, got the role in the books, guys, the Aftermath books and the Empire's End. Little Hux is a little kid, and he's training all these.
The day he got the power.
Correct.
Like when he was testing it.
Didn't they mention a tall blonde girl and took orders like a champ kind of deal? Like, this is,
Oh.
and it wasn't that supposed to be like, this is Phasma?
You know what? I didn't take it that way, so it could have been.
Yeah, I got it
I
where
really
it was
didn't. And it
Phasma's there with those kids and going
shit.
up, yeah.
It would have fit the time frame
Yeah.
too. The timeline would be perfect.
Because they describe her to the T, a tall,
Little bit older than
blonde,
Hux.
yeah, blonde and stuff, and I'm like, that's a little nod of Phasma being grown up in that whole training camp with Hux was doing.
Yeah.
You know,
So do you think she's a badass? Then is what you're saying?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, given that, going back to those books, Hux is training the new generation of like what Finn. They took him from birth and they stole the kids and stuff, and Phasma's one of them. So she's totally brainwashed into Hux's stormtrooper program, and she becomes that leader or one of the leaders.
Okay, which then if you're both saying that, going into the stormtrooper thing,
Right.
The comment that she makes to Finn is, "You're not authorized to remove that helmet. You never remove that helmet."
Right.
And we see her with the helmet off.
Right.
Could my theory be correct of she's gone off on her own? No first order, no nothing. She's just out for revenge for Finn.
I hope so. But we did in the trailer see her marching with stormtroopers behind her. And
But like I said,
But she's a
that's her
captain.
role.
But she's a captain.
Yeah,
she
she's
can take
captain.
off her helmet whenever the hell she wants.
Yeah,
really,
nobody orders her.
No, she's telling people off. No, I like that.
Yeah,
I'm good on that because you know what, and to the point of she's a badass now, right? Because I know a lot of people, Phasma was down in a heartbeat in
not enough
episode
screen
7, but none of us think Fett's a pussy, right? I mean,
No.
and he got
No.
knocked out by accident by a blind dude turned around. It's
Yeah.
that shit happens. None of us,
You're
none of
right.
us think about him like that.
You're right. They just
I almost couldn't breathe for a second. I was like, "What was he going to say?"
yeah. The only difference is that it made it too comedic. Her ending in the trash, or supposedly ending is.
Yeah.
Is there a trash compactor thing? It's just too comedic.
Yeah.
No, well, hold on. They do that all the time. They did that in. They did that
but
through
to have
Star
someone
Wars.
that dangerous and important to just. I don't know.
It shouldn't have happened to her, is what they're saying. The comedy should have stayed there, but knowing, like they said, how she grew up, what she was a part of, and that's all we saw, and like now she's going to come back as a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she
Because
just
Trader was the.
dude, trust me.
But then again, remember that?
badass.
Have you guys heard that theory about her having that soft spot for Finn, though? Right? How?
Yeah.
She like kind of defended him when Finn first defected. She was like kind of defending him, saying he never this is his first offense.
Yes.
He wasn't really bad, and then how easily it was for her to just give up for Finn.
The only,
and just
yeah, you know what? I did hear that, and here's another point that I'll bring up when when they forced her to disable the shield so they could, the X-wings can come in, Poe and those guys can come in and blow up, Starkiller Base. Well, she just did it. Wouldn't you think like, hey, I'm going to go down with the ship too, or what? I mean,
You're going to have to kill me.
yeah, you're
before
gonna have to
I
kill
do
me
it.
because when that scene when she stood up, and I thought that she was like, she sounded the alarm. That's what I thought. And all of a sudden, the shields went down, and she just was like, "Okay, I'm going to help you," and that might go towards her being, like I said, I brought up that one point where she is Sorsha from Willow. She's going to be that good, bad person turning mercenary good in a way that she's going to start helping them, and
could see
maybe
it.
or the same role she's playing in Game of Thrones, where she was turned to protector of that one. My mind's blank right now with her. Yeah, where she just straight turned into a single protector.
yeah.
So it's like, all you need is the Hound.
Yeah, so
The Hounds.
So yeah, coming to Phasma, it's just going to be a big speculation of what's going to happen to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
either
to tell
she's
now.
cool or she's not. Yeah, it's on the fence. It's not. The sad part is it's not going to be anything major. I'm like, oh, she is a badass.
It was
Or-
cool. It was cool enough to bring her back, and especially give her
Right.
this photo shoot. Like that does say it's specific. It's meaningful. But
Sure.
whether or not she's got 15 minutes of.
No,
of
I
airtime
hope
or
to see.
not.
So we got Hux in there, and what?
Right.
No Barber on the Destroyer.
I mean, I honestly really hope we see her in some kind of epic battle, dude.
Sure.
Where she's fighting someone hard.
in the trailer, we know she's in action, so
Yeah, dude.
we can only hope on
Oh,
that.
we assume that in 7 too.
That's-
that
that's
the thing.
true.
I think that's why it's hard to think about her in this one because it was such a letdown for that one. That
Yeah, she-
character in 7.
Or she's got
because
a-
to the point where you guys were saying about the computer, and they were a good 6 feet away from her at least when because she turned around and talked to him when
That's
she
what
turned
I'm
it off.
saying.
What?
And if
Yeah.
you go to comic books real fast and you look at Lex Luthor when he was turned around on Bats and Soups in Public Enemies, right? He destroyed the computer.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
you're the bad
She's
guy,
going-
you blast the computer.
I wanted her to turn around and says,
Yeah.
"I will die before this is going to happen," and then they have to have a shootout with something
So she was a letdown,
action bent instead of that whole comedic. Is there a trash compactor?
So I do hope they come back with a
cringe
vengeance with
factor
her
right there.
and make up for the character.
Yeah.
Or and put her in in a chrome TIE fighter.
Yeah, to see,
That would be sick.
Oh.
and to see her in some type of action.
Oh, there's your twist. That'll take over.
She gets
That's
that
better than
chrome TIE
Leia. You
fighter.
win, fanboy. You win. That's better. If we get a chrome TIE fighter, we don't need Leia turning dark.
See her coming miles away with that
Right.
reflection, dude. It's like, oh my god, I'm blinded. That's
She's
funny.
just lighting fires as she flies over.
But wouldn't the lasers just bounce off it if it's chrome?
Hey, maybe.
But what if she turns
Too shiny?
invisible? I don't know. Just
Yeah.
Laser would reflect,
Hopefully
right?
we'll see her in some type of action instead of seeing that other Captain Phasma. And this is not Force Awakens because that girl had some action.
All right, so everybody, go check out the Vanity Fair photos and let us know what you think about that and what can you dissect out of those out of those pictures. I mean, can you get what we're talking about on that and let us know? So Bernie said they dropped today, and I'm gonna have to go on the way home and pick those up too.
That's
'Cause
where
I
I'm
have-
headed right now. I'm about to hop out of line
Yeah.
and go find some. So you guys need to save my place. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's it for as the Vanity Fair stuff. We want to kind of just call it a wraps, guys.
Holy
Today.
smokes! I'm wore out,
I'm
man.
exhausted. Yeah, it was not as long as
Yeah.
before, but that discussion got me, and I'm gonna have to go home and really think about it.
It's really tough,
Mike. I'm not
seducing 40-year-old men. It's not easy.
It's easier than you think.
Apparently, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Mike's gonna sit on his Bozu ball and just
was a
chill.
great-
Mike's gonna kick us out of his house. Is what he's gonna do.
It was a great theory that we dropped today. I
Yeah,
think
that was
definitely
excellent.
We can wrap it up real quick.
Okay.
Let it just marinate with everybody on this episode.
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah.
some comments. Drop us some comments. Drop us your thoughts. Let us know.
you guys realize anybody that's listening to this that hasn't dug into this or that's now probably turned to the dark side like you folks.
Folks.
Hey, he almost
You
had
could
a-
have just said you fuckers. It would have been
They are turning over in their beds or they're driving their cars over the bridges. Like they're literally freaking out over this theory because honestly,
bridges.
it could. Yes, that would be the biggest twist. Bigger
The
than
big-
I
that's
am
what
your
I'm saying,
father.
Mike. That's why you gotta get on
It
board
would
with that.
be, but I'm not sold on it.
Yeah.
So
It might
I'm
not
sorry,
be the-
fanboy Mike. I'm going to have to disagree. I don't think there's going to be people flipping out. I think they're going to
Yeah.
be at work listening to our podcast and going to have to pull over.
Yeah,
And they're going to be like,
yeah.
oh my
That's-
God.
There go. These guys are. Just
I don't think I don't think Carrie Fisher's rolling in her grave listening to us right now, dude.
Listen, if they would have gave me any indication off of The Force Awakens that she's
they're not.
turning-
But
You
that's
don't
the
have to
point.
because
That's the
it's
Why
a
point.
would they?
twist.
Yeah,
there was no indication in A New Hope that Vader was the dad.
That's the point, Mike.
There was no obviously in Empire we didn't know Leia was the sister.
That's right. Real fast. What I was going to say. Somebody watching brand new Phantom Menace all the way to now, would they get that Palpatine is the Emperor? Like we got, because we already knew that.
No.
Like, would they get that? Right.
Like
so
barely
watching,
starting. Yeah.
So watching Leia transitioning
They
as
didn't.
the one movie she's going to be this, resistance fighter and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden
No.
turn bad and stuff.
People didn't get it then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we were in the line. People were
We
like,
knew
what?
because that's what we grew up with.
We understood
And,
it.
Yeah, and like I said, and that might be a point too, where The Force Awakens is done on purpose. They're not going to show any hint of this, and then comes in Last Jedi and just slaps us in the face like that.
Like and follow us on Instagram. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Listen, man, I cannot buy this. Now, I'm gonna keep my word. December 15th, I'm gonna keep my word. I'm betting the Fallen Fett.
I think you're gonna be on suicide watch, dude.
Right after it airs.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks everybody. Happy May 25th this time. The
Hey,
actual
hey,
40th
leave a
anniversary.
comment. Whoever, if you guys are on my side, say you're on my side. If you guys are with those rest of the losers that are over there holding mics and talking on this podcast, then go ahead and say that you're with those losers because
5
you're
out of
not going
19.
to be my friend no more. But if you're with fives, you're with fanboy Mike, then hey, holla back at your boy.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
As soon as it drops, dude, he's going to be on like every
Yeah.
hour.
No, yeah.
Wait for that comment.
Wait.
Just wait for that comment.
That's it, man. All right, we're wrapping this up. Mike, go ahead and tell everybody where you can find us again.
Like I said before, like and follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Hey, for all you figure lovers, Follow Bootleg Joe _760 and The Fallen Fit on Instagram. Also check us out on rawlifepod.com and
Yeah.
also Toy Migos. Holla at
Yeah.
your boy.
Amigos.
The Sarlacc Digest is in no way affiliated with Lucasfilm or Disney. We talk Star Wars, we live Star Wars, we breathe Star Wars. But the trademarks are properties of the respective owners, etc., etc. So, you lose! Good day, sir! I said good day!